I'm making a lot of hamburgers.
Soften and release.
Convalescing and grow and spread over the landscape of the atoms.
A reminder of the impermanence.
the dullness.
Like waves of memories.
Mingle and swirl while memories surface.
tough and malleable.
Flux, the tissues are being
The stiffness of the movement that's been a reminder of the impermanence of my mortal frame. Time washes over me like waves of memories, ideas, motion, ever in flux in the tissues of my being. The dullness and the tingling of energy mingle and swirl while memories surface and spread over the landscape of atoms. Convalescing, and I grow strong and supple, tough and malleable, the experience of the world a choice to harden and resent, or soften and release. It's interesting for me. How do you feel?
Good.
Good? Great.
Yeah. A little bit dried out, but good.
A little bit dried out. I guess we'll just move on. Do you want to explain what we just saw?
Yeah, so I have a bunch of random poems here and there. I usually write them when I'm just kind of stressed out and like clack, clack, clack on my typewriter and get that out of my system. And I just came across this one, like, this would be perfect. So I wanted to illustrate a poem in motion, and so I basically like cut it up to see like how the ideas could be represented in my body. And kind of you'll help me kind of create a different poem in essence, because even though it's the same ideas, everything was kind of in a different order. So then the idea was to have you dictate like how that was going to happen, and then at the end Eric read the poem kind of how it was initially expressed for me to move to. So just a little idea of like poetry in motion and words in movement, basically. Yeah.
And did you have an idea when you started doing, like, did you read the poem and already kind of understand where your body would move? Because I know you do everything improv anyways.
Yeah, well, it's a big practice of mine to improvise daily with prompts. So kind of honestly, like, I wasn't really thinking, okay, when this happens, I'll do this, when that happens, I'll do that, but really just I want to get in touch with just the feeling, like, what is in my body to express at that moment when I hear those words, basically. So pretty spontaneous, yeah.
And because you deal with prompts all the time, have you ever thought about the relationship between words in your body or words in movement?
Oh, all the time, yeah. I literally like think about that every single day. So it was neat to have an opportunity to share that work kind of in a more formal setting, because usually it's just me training in my living room, you know, and I like share a video of my stories. But so this is more like, here, you get to be a part of it and really see it in front of your eyes, yeah.
And what are, like, just elaborate on that. What's the relationship between words in your body or words and movement?
Well, I think it's different for everybody, right? But I'll just tell a story of a friend of mine who, I forget how we were talking about this. I think we were like writing and messaging or whatever, and I'm like, he's like, well, how do you do that? I'm like, I don't know, think of like seaweed, like move like seaweed. So he's like, okay, so he like did that in his own time, and like months later, he's like, you know, I did that thing you said. I'm like, what thing? I didn't say anything. He's like, yeah, I was like wondering like how you like move your body to, I don't know, how you get inspiration, and you said move like seaweed. I'm like, oh, I did, okay. And he's like, and I just like, you know, I just closed my eyes and I started moving, and I was feeling the seaweed, and I was just like getting into all this movement that I just never did before, and it was like inspiring, and I felt the energy in my body. He was like saying all these things because his experience before that was like people being like, I don't know, move however you feel, and he's like, this is how I feel. I feel like this, you know, but if you're gonna feel like seaweed, then, you know, like everyone now, try, like think about seaweed, like start like, let seaweed inhabit your body, yeah, there you go. So you have like an image, right, like you can see it, like some of us are more visual, some of us more auditory, I don't know, maybe you can smell what the seaweed is like, whatever, so you can kind of jive with that. Yeah, everyone's doing a great job, yeah, great seaweed.
Everyone's doing a great job.
Nice.
I love that idea, because I took a writing course one time where the whole idea was, it was like speculative fiction writing or like sci-fi writing essentially, but it's a trip when like, if the prompt is right from a perspective of someone who has no gravity, or right from a perspective of someone who has no sun, right?
Whoa.
The initial idea is like, whoa, and then I can't do it. But then eventually your brain finds new ways, and I think it orients the words, and it orients your syntax, it orients everything.
Oh, for sure.
When you start occupying a space that your body doesn't actually occupy.
Yeah, I would add that there are times when, I get prompts from different sources. There's the Franklin method, there are like a few different teachers, and sometimes I look at the prompt and I'm like, And I do it just as a practice, and I'm just like, this feels awkward. I hate how I'm moving. I'm so in my head. But then like one little thing will happen. I'm like, oh, that was cool. Like I never would have done that like 2-second movement had I not like been thinking about this word in my mind, right? So it's interesting because like some of the practice can be very monotonous, very like, what the fuck am I doing? This feels horrible. Am I really gonna share this on the internet? But then like you find something really interesting just from doing the grind work and like kind of going through the sludge of it. So it's interesting. And then there are other prompts that I'm just like, yeah, I can do that easily. Like marionette is my favorite. I can just like move like this discombobulated like thing, like anytime, any day, for example.
Yeah, and because you're so multidisciplinary, like with words and everything, do you feel, how does that feel, like how does movement feel versus writing a song versus like, how does that feel?
Oh, well, it's different for me because if I'm writing a song, like actually writing, then I'm creating something very specific that I'm going to replicate, whereas I never do choreography. It's always improvisation. So whenever I'm dance training and like when I'm dancing, it's whatever I'm feeling in the moment, whatever is like here, whatever energy you bring, that's what is going to come through my body. So it's like a very freeing experience. But I would say like my approach to songwriting and like writing lyrics is very much like I just kind of let it come. I'm just like, you know, I put myself in a space of letting like the creativity come through, and it'll be like 2 in the morning, like, oh, that's that fucking word I needed in that song that I didn't think about before. So I just kind of try to, I don't like have sessions where I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna write like the first half of the song now, you know, because I use synthesizers in my songs. I more just like every day do a little bit, and it's like way more efficient because like one day like the little chorus melody will come and I'll know like, oh, I want to use this patch for that, and then the next day like, oh, I have the idea for the drums. So like if I let it build like that, it's more like I'm putting space in my body to let like these things come, and it just builds that way.
And it becomes exactly like the movement practice, right? Because I mean, well, I mean, I know you're saying it's different, but I mean like when you open yourself to being embodied by words in a daily ritualistic kind of practice, even if you're sitting down to write, you already kind of know how to put your body in a space and your mind in a space to inhabit certain, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say so. Just letting it come through. Yeah, I would say so.
I don't know. That's how it's worked for me. Like the improvisation has helped me find flow states in writing easier.
Yeah.
So that you're when the words come, you know they come, and you can feel them in your body. You can feel the rhythm in your body, and you know when you're in it, when you're out of it, and when you need to stop doing it, right?
That's true. There is a felt body sense to it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
that words can give you that, or that a daily practice can teach you how to notice that.
I think it's just kind of related to like this like brainwave state, like brain activity, right? Like it can be in different. And I'm no scientist. Like I don't know exactly what level, like what number each state is at, but like if you're in a certain state, you're more like tapped into the subconscious. If you're in another state, you're more kind of like, I don't know, anal about things, like overthinking, right? So like that's why people meditate, right? Because they just want to drop back a little bit and like not be so like. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Great. And then, do you want to plug anything?
Oh, yeah. So I host this show series called Penultimate Peril, and it's an eclectic, anything goes kind of show. It's going to be in Soto, outside, like under a bridge, on the 26th of May this time, and there's going to be, you're going to get a chance to paint on me as I dance if you come. Cellist Peter Tracy, who does stuff here, he's going to play cello for my set. There's going to be a drag artist, sad boy music, punk band, a few different kinds of noise artists. It's going to be really fun. So see me after. That's the main thing I have going on this night.
Nice. And then just kind of curious, I'm already talking to you. How does curation work? Because I curate all the fucking time, and I never get to talk to other curators.
How does curation work for like these kind of shows?
Yeah, what goes into your head?
So basically, I have a bunch of people that want to play this shit, and I'm like, well, you're all noise artists. I need like a variety. So I end up booking like a bunch of noise, but then like, I don't know, go into different things and like saying, who do I know that's not in this scene? And just trying to get out of my scene to see who else is cool around. And I know I meet people, I play shows, I meet people, like I met this really cool drag artist when I played a show in Bellingham like a year ago now, I think, Emmanuel Kant. And yeah, that's how I met them. So I just think about like, who do I know that's kind of different and fun and weird, and just try to put together as many different things as possible. Like for one of them, we had like stand-up comedy, followed by like a noise set, preceded by someone playing like guitar, like ambient guitar, and that was the one you played, right? Where you did like the bass thing, and then Lana was like covered in blood, like reading poetry, and fun stuff. Yeah.
That was the one where we finished and neither three of us on stage knew what the other one had done because we hadn't practiced before. So we all looked up. It's like, did we do anything that happened?
That's the shit right there.
I love a show that's multifaceted that way.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you. You can take a few minutes if you want, or.
I mean, you all can start because I'm writing.
All right. All right, everybody. That was great. That was fucking awesome. Changing Bodies and Arrington de Dionyso, everybody.